Good morning. Can I just check, do you actually have the Van Gogh Cove 2 awning in physical stock? So so we're with you hopefully in a couple of hours time. Lovely, cheers, thank you. Cheers, bye-bye. So yes, as you can tell by that phone call, we had a bit of a disaster yesterday when I opened up our nice new car tent to practice pitching it, and I realised there was no poles inside it, which, as you can imagine, is a bit of a problem. But luckily for us, there is a camping shop on the way to the New Forest, and they have another one in stock that we have looked at, and actually that probably looks better than the one we had. But in the meantime, it's about 10 past 10. We wanted to leave at 11 o'clock, and we haven't actually packed the car, packed an awful lot, or done anything really. So I need to stop talking and crack on with getting ready to actually go. Once again, Mrs. Hobbies has outdone herself, and we have got an absolute carload in here. And again, you can appreciate how much room the combo actually has. But as for now, we've got a tent to return and a new tent to pick up. Well, how nice is this campsite? Only took us about 2.5 hours to get here from the camping shop. I will tell you a story about that camping shop in a minute. But first of all, we need to get the car tent sorted out, and hopefully it is easy to put up.
Okay.
So, well, on YouTube, the person that did this on his own did it in 10 minutes. That took us about half an hour and was actually as stressful as putting up the other tent. But we are just about there. It is rather taut in the front end, so we need to sort that out when we get back. But before we do anything else, we do need to get some food because we've got no food and no water. And it's a good 20-minute drive to Morrison's. Stock up on the caffeine.
Get that caffeine down. But the point is,
Well, good morning. We have had a really good night's sleep last night, and the weather today is actually really quite, well, it's windy, but there's a bit of sun, so it's okay. The plan for today, really, we're going to head down to the coast, because we're quite near the coast where we are, surprisingly. You wouldn't have thought the New Forest has a coastline, but it does. And then we're probably going to spend the afternoon walking in the New Forest where we are. So what I kind of implied yesterday was something happened when we bought the tent. Now, I've intentionally not included any of the footage of where we got the tent from, because I don't want to identify the business. But it was a very strange experience, shall we say. Both me and Mrs. Hobbies were in there. We were buying the tent, buying some other tidbits. We left, and as soon as we left, we started talking about the funny feeling we got when we were in there. And in all honesty, the outcome we've both come up with is actually the people, and this was a family-run business, that literally all the family members were, unfortunately, a little racist towards me, in terms of how they spoke to me or not, in terms of how they spoke down to me, in terms of how they ignored me, and in terms of just, it's a hard one to quantify because they weren't overtly doing it, but they were in another way. But it was just, we left that shop and actually we felt really quite weird for a long time on the drive after that. Now, I've not had any problems with any form of racism since I was in primary school. So this is a very, well, it was a very strange feeling for me to have, because I did feel strange in the shop. There's no doubt about it. The way they were talking to me, the way everything was happening in there was just really, really odd. And to be honest, if it wasn't the fact we needed that tent, we wouldn't have bought it. I would have just walked out and left. Both of us would have just left. But yeah, so that was the very strange experience that we both had yesterday. But regardless of that, the tent itself is actually perfect for us. It's a lot bigger than the one we were supposed to have had. That's now gone back and I've had the refund, luckily. But no, it is perfect. It's basically a massive area which we are using for storage. There are some big things in there which hopefully you'll get to see later. That's something that was given to me by a company a while ago, but I've never had a chance to use them yet. But that's something we're going to be doing in Cornwall, because the plan now is, rather than doing 2 nights here, 2 nights there, 2 nights there, we're going to do 2 nights here as planned in the New Forest. Then we're going to go down to Cornwall for 4 nights, where we've just booked into what looks to be quite a nice, quiet, adults only campsite. So it basically means less driving and more time just to explore an area, enjoy the setup and just relax. Much like what I'm doing now on my lovely new chair, dare I say. But yes, as you can tell, King Camp have supplied the seating for this holiday. So I suppose I should give you a little tour of the tent. The way it works is you have a side tunnel. We've got it pegged up here. But what this means is that when you're inside, you can open up this door, but you're fully enclosed. So we need to do a little bit better job in this, because this can be a little bit more taut than what you can currently see. But it does work really well, because you literally walk out your car, camper van, and go straight into the living area here. Now, as you can see, the living area isn't tidy, but that's what the whole point of this area is. It's basically a storage tent, but we can obviously cook on it. We've got our chairs, we've got our secret things down there that I'm going to hopefully be showing you later if the weather's good. But it's just really nice. It's a perfect size tent. The problem we have is it's slightly too tight. We need to work out why it's really tight here. This is our couple setup. We did try my new bed, and Mrs. Hobbies tried her little sun lounger, but neither of us had realised she'd never actually tried sleeping on the sun lounger before, the one that she bought, and actually it was really uncomfortable. Now luckily we have those old sofa cushions, so she was able to sleep on those last night. But we're going to still use this setup for tonight, but when we go to Cornwall we're going to get the airbed out, because we took that as a backup, because the airbed is basically fine for campsites. That's what we kind of thought. It's very noisy because the rubber rubs on the car and it just sounds like someone's doing stuff inside the car, if you know what I mean. All in all, I think it's really cool. We both really liked it. But I'm going to carry on chilling out on my little hammock, wait for Mrs. Hobbies, and then we're going to scoot off to the coast. Well, and welcome to the rather chill Barton-on-Sea, which is, yeah, rather pleasant to look at. But we're just going to go for a little walk along the coastline, maybe pop over to a coffee shop over there. Well, got ourselves a coffee, had a nice little walk around. But as for now, because we still have a bit of time, we're going to wander down towards, drive down to Christchurch. There's a little bit more going on down there, a few more shops, might have some lunch, and then we need to go Lidl's and then head back to the campsite.
Oh, this is replica of ducking store. It's been placed in the hood around. This is the castle.
Well, welcome to Christchurch Castle. Bit of a ruins, but it's free. And over there are some more ruins, then you've got a cathedral, got a nice little village, actually perfect for a 90-minute Waitrose walk around. So we're going to carry on exploring. We've only got 20 minutes left, so yeah, crack on. And that is Christchurch done. So with that, time to head back to the campsite, chill out for a bit, and then go walk in the woods. And we have managed to solve the problem a little bit with the tightness, because it turned out there were some straps hiding down the sides there. By loosening them off and pulling the legs out, it has made it a bit better. Still not perfect, but we are definitely getting there with this tent. So in the meantime, we're now off to the New Forest. Well, it doesn't take you long to get out of the campsite and into the New Forest. So this is literally right next to where our campsite is. And actually, that is the campsite. Our tent is over there somewhere. But time to explore the green. Oh, it's a hard life camping, but you know, feet up on a hammock, servants giving me food. Well, having had some rather tasty pot noodle for dinner, we've basically just spent the evening getting the tent all sorted out because we need to leave by 11 tomorrow and it's going to be raining. And we've got a 4.5 hour drive to get down to where we're going in Cornwall. So the idea is we're going to get up, we're not going to have breakfast or coffee or mess around, anything like that. There's a nice little cafe on site actually, so they're only open in the morning and they do your standard egg, bacon, sausage, baps and coffees and stuff. So we're going to go down there, grab some breakfast and hopefully head out as soon as possible. But it has been a really nice, relatively short trip to the New Forest. We've basically had one day and that was today. And in that day we've done, I suppose, what we call a sampling tour. So we've had a little walk along the beach. We've had a little walk in the local New Forest here. We've had a little walk around Christchurch. And basically it just tells us, yeah, this is absolutely an area that we want to come back to, and actually even this campsite in particular. But on that note, I think fireworks going off is a bit weird. Yeah, fireworks. So yeah, on that note, we are going to retire to the car now, and yeah, we will see you briefly in the morning when probably the next time you see me I'll be in the cafe waiting for my sausage, egg and bacon bap. So yeah, see you in the morning. Oh, 4 hours.
Bloody long way, isn't it?